Hello there guys, it's Positive Gaming, and today this is going to be a Lightsworn deck with the Clownblade engine. I did recently do a deck profile on this, but I've had some comments on ways that I could improve the deck profile, and hopefully this is going to be a better profile, and hopefully you like the way I've got it set out here. This is going to be a one foul swoop video, extra deck, normal deck and side deck. So yeah, if you like it, like, rate, comment, subscribe. There'll be more stuff like this coming up. So yeah, here we go. The main card in the deck is 3 Judgment Dragon. Judgment Dragon, if you don't know what it is, you can only special summon this card when you have 4 or more Lightsworns with different names in the graveyard. And if you do special summon it, then you can pay 1,000 life points as many times and destroy all cards on the field except itself. The one thing is, if you have a special summon JD, special summon another, then activate the effect, the other one will go, if you didn't know that already. Next main card in the deck is Triple Raiden. Raiden's effect, if you don't know, it's during the main phase you mill 2, during the end phase you mill 2, and during the main phase, if you use the effect and mill a Lightsworn, doesn't matter if you mill 1 or 2, this card gains 200 attack onto your opponent's end phase. Another card in the deck that is main, it used to be ages ago at 1 and 2, and then it went to 3. It's a 3 of in any Lightsworn deck. Its effect is, if you've already got a Lightsworn target in grave, you can discard 1 card and special summon 1 level 4 or lower Lightsworn monster at the end phase, mill 3 cards. What you normally would do with this is Lumina, discard the Raiden if you've already got a target, then special the Raiden effect, synchro for a Michael or a level 7. If you're going for the OTK and your life points are higher than your opponent's, then Ancient Sacred Wyvern would be a good bet. I do play 2 MST in the side deck, but if not, we have got Lila instead. Lila's effect is, if it's in attack position, you can change it to defense position and destroy 1 spell or trap on the field, face up or face down. At the end phase, mill 3 cards, and you can't change it back from defense position until your second main phase after you use this effect. The next card is Felice, the Lightsworn Archer. Its effect is, you contribute this card to destroy 1 monster on the field and mill 3 cards. It's also a level 4 tuner, the same as Raiden, so you can go into the synchro plays or stuff like that. Next we have Celestia, the Lightsworn Angel. It's a level 5, really good effect, one of the best if you're going to tribute, especially in a Lightsworn deck. Tribute 1 Lightsworn monster using the spec, mill 4 cards and destroy 2 on the field. Next we play 1 Wolf. Now, some people at my local club, shout out to Stuart Watts on the video, has asked me why I don't play 3 Wolf. Basically why I don't play 3 Wolf is, A, I played the Clownblade engine, which I already said this was Lightsworn, the Clownblade engine, and B, I play Felice 2. Any more than that gets cloggy, because the possibility of ending up with like a Felice 3 Wolf is high. I've done it loads of times, and then you really want the Trick Clown engine to go to the grave, especially the Thousand Blades first and then the Trick Clown. I did go to the Clash of Rebellion sneak peek today, and instead of the proxy cards we have got the real cards and a new XYZ, which we will talk about. The next card is Garroth. Easy effect is if you mill a card with a another Lightsworn monster, you can mill 2 cards for this, and for each Lightsworn you milled off it, then you draw 2 cards. One of the most standard play is to have 2 or 3 Lumina on field and Garroth, so you go mill 3, mill 2, draw if you mill any, mill 3, mill 2, draw if you mill any, mill 3, draw 2 if you mill any off the final Garroth mill. Also you can go for rank 3 if you got any. That's one of the most standard play in a Lightsworn deck, is to get the Lumina Garroth, because it's a 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, and you're milling like 15 cards, and you've got the potential to draw into a JD. So the more Lightsworns you play, the better, because you have more chance of getting 4 in the grave for a JD, and if you draw, you've got a good chance of drawing a JD, but you have got a chance of milling them too. Next we play, this is a one of, same as the Garroth. It's Eren. Basically, if it attacks a defense position monster, shuffle it back into the deck before damage calculation, and then at the end phase, mill 3. Minerva. The only reason basically I play this in here is because I've got Goyo Guardian in the extra deck, which I will show you. If it's sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, then you can mill an extra card, and if it's normal summon, you can add 1 dragon type monster whose levels equal to the number of different named Lightsworn cards in the graveyard. Next up we have got the Clownblade engine, Heroic Challenger, Assault Halberd. Basically you can special summon it if your opponent controls a monster and you don't. If it inflicts battle damage, you can search for a Heroic Challenger card to your hand, including the stealth. The main engine for Trick Clown is 3 Trick Clown and 3 Heroic Challenger Thousand Blades. Now what you want to do is, if preferable, say you got a Foolish Burial first turn, is you want to send the Thousand Blades first, because you can special summon the Trick Clown if it's sent to the graveyard, but obviously you wouldn't special summon the Thousand Blades if you haven't got it in there. So what the normal standard play is, if you've milled the Trick Clown and you've already got a Thousand Blade, activate the Trick Clown effect, special summon Thousand Blades, and you've got a rank 4. Like I explained in a video last night, it's not as good without the Barbel Chain, but as I'm using the Lightsworn version of the deck, it's quite good. Next we've got a one of, it's Pero Cerberus. It's quite a good card. It's a level 3, so you can go into Minerva if you've got one on field, and go into Goyo Guardian. It's got 1/8 defense, and if this card's in the graveyard and you inflict and battle damage is inflicted to you, or damage by a card effect, you can banish this card and then target 1 card on the field and destroy it by battle or by opponent's card effect. So if they've got something on field, like something that can't be destroyed by battle, you can target it and destroy it. Since it came to 2, the most staple in a Lightsworn deck, most of them are lights, apart from the Heroic Challengers and the Pero, and the next 2 cards. Basically it's hand trap. If you battle a Lightsworn monster battle, if a light monster battles, you gain attack equal to the difference. So basically they just lose life points equal to the attack of your monster. Next, 2 Gores, hand trap. We're only playing 4 traps in this, even though Lightsworns don't really play traps. But it's a good hand trap. If effect damage or battle damage, the battle damage effect is the best. If it's inflicted while you've got no cards on the field, special summon this, and then you get a token equal to the battle damage you took. It's a way that I got over Clifford Towers. Next, another one of, just because we play Gores, we play a BLS. And obviously if you were playing Necro Gardener and that, you'd have more dark targets, which other cards that you could play in here to stop attacks. Basically, you can remove from play 1 monster on the field, and this card can't attack this turn, or if it destroys a monster by battle, it can make a second attack. You can only activate one of your effects per turn, so if you activate the banish, the attack won't affect. Next we move to spell cards. 1 Book of Moon. Everyone knows what that does, staple. 3 Solar Recharge, you've got to play 3 in a Lightsworn deck. Discard a Lightsworn card, draw 2, mill 2. Charge of the Light Brigade, once again this deck all about milling. Charge of the Light Brigade allows you to mill 3 cards and then add a Lightsworn monster. I'm sure that it's Charge of the Light Brigade you can do it even if Darklaw is on the field. It's one of the 2. Monster Reincarnation, we do play Beckoning Light as well. But if there's other cards like a Gores in the hat, you got maybe just a wolf in the hand and the Gores in the grave. Monster Reincarnation. It's also good if you haven't got Beckoning Light and you need to get JD or a BLS back. 1 Forbidden Lance. Unaffected by spells and traps, but the target loses 800. 1 Foolish Burial for Wolf, or if you need an extra name engraved, or if you've got a Trick Clown on the field and you need a challenger. 1 Soul Charge, pretty good, but the only downside is you can't attack the turn you use it, because you can special summon as many monsters from grave. We move on to the 4 trap cards. 2 Breakthrough Skill. Target 1 face of effect monster, negate its effect until the end phase. When it's in the grave, except for the turn it was sent there. During your turn, you can banish it and then target an effect monster. 1 TT, just for destruction. Beckoning Light, 1 of. I should be playing 2 or 3 of this. Maybe get rid of Torrential, play 2 Beckoning Light. Discard your entire hand. For each card you discard, add a light monster. Now we move on to the extra deck. I did go for a side deck in another video. You can check that out. I'm not really going to go through the side deck because it's not as good, and this video is already on 13 minutes. 101 Secret Honor Arc. Staple, another staple, Castell, the Skyblaster Musketeer. 2 other staples in a Lightsworn deck, 2 Michael. 1 Cowboy for game if need be. Black Rose Dragon for destruction. The other effect we don't worry about. Ancient Sacred Woven if you're going for an OTK. 1 Crimson Blader if it destroys a monster by battle. They can't special or normal at level 5 or higher until during the next turn. 1 Scrap Dragon just for destruction again. Pop 1 card on the field so you can pop a Trick Clown, and then if you got a Rogue Challenger from the combo. 1 Goya Guardian because we play Minerva, Cerberus, Lumina. Performer Mage, Trapeze Magician. It's really good effect. This is a new card out of Clash of Rebellion. Basically, you never take damage. Basically, the card reads: if the amount it is less than or equal to this card's attack once per turn during either player's main phase, you can attach one XYZ material from this card and target one face-up attack precision monster. This turn, the turn player controls, other than this card, it can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. Also, destroy it at the end of the battle phase. So if you're going for the OTK, you could basically OTK with this and a Ancient Sacred Wyvern. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or if this card is in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special one Performer Mage punched up from your deck. So basically you can special summon the Trick Clown. Next, 3 tokens for Gauze, even though there's only 2 Gauze. Next we play a Ptolemaeus. Basically 2 or more rank 4s. If it's got 7 attachments under it, your opponent loses the whole of the entire the next turn. Also, you can at the end phase add a Tellarknight as an XYZ material. Then during the next turn or a chain, you can chain the effect of Detach 3, then summon one card that is 1 rank higher. So we've got the Constellar Pallades for the attachment underneath. I am looking for a Daltaros or a Diamond to put underneath, because this is the effect. During either player's turn, you can attach 1, then target 1 card in the field, return that target to the hand. 1 Cyber Dragon Nova. It's a light monster, so it always works on Honest. And if it gets destroyed by card effect, 1 Barbarous Thingy Machine. This card can make 2 attacks per turn. And if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, they take 1000 damage. So that is basically it, ladies and gentlemen, for this deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it compared to the last one. I know this is like 20-minute profile, but it's a lot better than the last one. Clan Blade Lightsworn. Although I've said the video, if you want me to send you a list or that, I can. I haven't really tested it. I played like 1 tournament today, which I did quite badly, but there are a couple of cards I need to get, like Plague Spreader. But yeah, this has been Positive Gaming. Remember to like, rate, comment and subscribe. And if you have enjoyed this video, then yeah. One last thing I want to say. Big shout out to Owen for the mat, who I brought it off. I like it, not a lot of people do. And big shout out to Stuart Watts, Luke Delaney, Henry Lewis, Matt Downing, and any other person from Worcester Yu-Gi-Oh! Club, Hide and Geek Worcester, that has gave me comments and tips. And also a big shout out to the people I've mentioned who helped me. I know sometimes I don't take comments on board and that, but I will be doing in the future. And yeah, thank you, and I will let you know on Wednesday after a tournament, because although this Trick Clown and that don't come out till Thursday, we are going to be allowed to use them in the tournament. So I'll let you know how I got on. Short video. Thank you and goodbye.